What's happening, gang? So today we finna learn what it takes to make $1,000 AMIRI jeans. Now, uh, if you anything like me, I'm thinking if it costs $1,000 to make some AMIRI jeans, it gotta be a lot of at least hard work and production that went into making AMIRI jeans. What's different from AMIRI jeans that's different from Levi's to make Levi's $36 and AMIRI jeans $1,000? What's different, bro? It must be some type of secrets that went into making this that gives the owners the pride to want to sell it for this much. But without further ado, let's see what goes into the
jeans really cost to
missions.
make. Let's dive into it. This one's gonna hurt. So let's figure out what the weight of this denim is. This is a 12-ounce stretched denim. Right here we have the leather size tag. Around 20 cents to make this. These are Cobrax. This is a Riri zipper. So when it comes to zippers, you're really gonna have YKK, which is the big dog, which everyone makes their zippers from. You're going to have SBS, which is kind of secondary, and Riri. Riri comes from Italy. The tag does say materials from Italy, however, it doesn't say all materials are from Italy. So whether or not the fabric is from Italy is going to be up in the air. The very first part of making denim is going to be stitching everything together. After you stitch the garment together, you're keeping the trims off the garment because you want to protect them and you don't want them to get beat up during the distressing process. So after you sew together the base garment, what you're going to be doing is now you're going to be stone/acid washing the garment. That's going to be done in a large industrial tumbler. Once that's come out of that, you're going to be now doing the distressing part. The stone wash and the acid wash has achieved these large panels over here of distressing effects. All of these distressed lines, there's two ways to go about that. You can either do that with lasers, and it basically burns away all that ink, or you're actually going to be putting these into these inflatable legs, and you're going to be rubbing an abrasive to get this aesthetic.
Turn the AMIRI
Next are
jeans
going
to
to
the
be
balloons.
your abrasions. Those are all going to be done with a small little Dremel tool to achieve that look, and this is all specified on the tech pack. After all that distressing has been done, that is when you're going to be putting on your trims and your other components to finish the garment. Now that we've taken them apart, we have the back of the jeans, we have the left leg, the right leg, we have the waistband, we have the fly, we have all the trims, including the Riri zippers, the leather tags, the metal tags, the buttons. I've left the rivets on there just because those are going to be a nightmare to take off. And we have the pocket bags here. Your main leather tag here is going to be around 30 cents. Your size tag, so these are going to be around 25 cents each. This Cobrax button, probably around 25 cents. This metal trim here with AMIRI on it is going to be around 10 cents. And the zipper is probably around $4 each. So we know the material cost itself, if it's using Italian denim, it's going to be around $20, $23. I would say it's probably around $10 to sew all this together, and the distressing itself is probably around another $10. We have the trims that are from Italy, and these are made in the LA Art District. So I would say it would cost me to make these between $45 to maybe $55 per denim. So now you have it. This is what it costs.
Wait, so you mean to tell me it costs $55 to make some bullshit ass AMIRI jeans, bro? But the turnaround is y'all want to me for $1,000. Y'all, that means y'all made $945 off of me, bro. Like, we getting scammed, bro. If you really sit here and think about it, bro, like, these motherfuckers is crazy, bro. Let's see how the shirts are made. Dog. Hi, Miri. That's fucking insane, gang. Let me tell you what it is to make 300. Okay, the same guy too.
Auto insurance all seems the same until it's
Auto
time to
insurance
use it.
fucking
With
sucks,
USAA,
especially
it's easy to file
Progressive.
claims.
Not, it's like, this is like it's not, quality's not representative of the price that you're going to be paying on this. Should you be spending a few $100s on this t-shirt? All right, welcome back. So today we have an AMIRI t-shirt. This is from an older season, so I'm not sure of exactly how much this costs. From what I've seen, AMIRI t-shirts right now are around $400. Looking at this, this seems to be a single jersey knit. It's fairly lightweight. For branding on the chest here, we have what looks to be a rubber transfer print So this is going to be printed separately, and it's actually going to be heat pressed on. What's going to happen is the glue is going to melt during the heat press
So you
process.
mean to
It's
tell
going to
me, bro,
bond
if
it
they
to
heat
the
pressing this shit
shirt.
on,
You
bro?
can tell because this is a little thick to be a screen print, as well as pressing action actually squeezes the print, which causes it to bow out a little bit on the bottom, and you can see that. See what else we have here? We have 100% cotton, materials from USA, made in USA, dry clean
Dog,
only.
that's a
We have
white tee,
a
y'all. That's a
Tunito
white
cover
tee.
stitch on the bottom, finished pretty cleanly. Same for the sleeves. The stitching here
That's what
is
a
little
regular
wavy,
white tee
which
says.
for a t-shirt that's going to be at this price point. Yeah, it's not like finished the best t-shirt. It's also not the worst t-shirt I've ever seen. We have a neck ribbing here, finished with a neck tape binding, so it runs across the shoulders. This is going to make it a little more comfortable when it sits on your shoulders and your neck. And what it is it's covering the
You trying to make it more than what it
below
is,
it.
bro.
And then
It's a
here
t-shirt
we
with a
have
AMIRI on it.
a AMIRI woven label for the branding, and it's stitched to the fabric itself. Problem you're going to run into branding like this is thread, and the woven label is significantly stronger than this fabric, being a single jersey knit. This is meant to be dry cleaned only, but it still goes through chemical process and still is actually washed, but just with chemicals. Over time, this is actually going to pull away and break from the material from the t-shirt. Inside to the side seam, yeah, it's not finished horribly. So for construction wise, the only real kind of large concern would just be the wavy seam here. But overall, at the end of the day, it's a t-shirt. There's not too much to critique here. So next step,
It ain't
let's
shit.
cut it
It's
up.
a
I'm going to
fucking
show you the panel
t-shirt.
pieces needed to make this garment, and then we're going to figure out what the GSM is, and we're going to talk a little bit about branding.
Let's
So
at least
first,
see how
let's
much it
tackle
is to
the
make
side
this.
seams. Here are all the pattern pieces you need to make this garment. You have your sleeve panels here, you have your front panel, your back panel, your neck ribbing, your care labels, and your branding tag. So before we find out the GSM of this fabric, I just want to show you something that is often used in production, but they probably could have used something differently. You'll see here, there's 4 yellow dots. So this is gonna be done in a production step to show where to place the stitches. And this is gonna be done on the flat panel piece before it goes to the sewing line. These yellow dots, they could have or should have probably just used a washable soapstone or a washable marker, but in this case they used a yellow one. You're not going to see it because it's under the stitch anyways, but just as a practice, it's usually better to use a washable one. But because this is made in the US, it could be more difficult to source washable markers. Before I actually cut this up and figure out what the GSM is, one thing I've noticed is on the technical back, it's a lot easier to see this. There's like a irregular zebra striping pattern. And what this is caused by is actually irregularities in the knitting process, whether it be the yarn, the speed, or the tension. And there's going to be parts of this that are thinner, some of them are a little more thicker. Seeing this leads me to believe this is a lower quality fabric, and it's not something that a lot of attention has been paid to for the fabric itself. All right, so now that you've kind of seen the issues with the fabric itself, let's figure out what the GSM is. It's 150 GSM. So let's recap. It's 150 GSM. It's made in the US. The construction's okay. Fabric itself is not the greatest. There are several different branding elements here. The care labels are going to be around 10 cents. This is around 10 cents as well. This one with the chain, with the leather on it, probably closer to 30 cents with the tag as well. There's a raised rubber print here. This is going to be around 20 cents plus the cost to heat transfer it. Looking at this garment overall, the fabric itself is not great. That could just be because who's ever actually manufacturing this, they don't know what causes this kind of striping in the fabric. That could just be because a lot of brands themselves, they're not textile designers. So they don't know to even notice these things. But at Shift Fashion Group, we design fabrics, so we know to look out for these things. Knowing all that, with all these trims, even being made in the US, I really don't think this costs more than $5.
$5.
That being said, this is our second AMIRI video. When it comes to t-shirts themselves, the difference to manufacture a mid-level t-shirt and a high-quality t-shirt, $5, $6, $7. It's really not going to make a huge difference if you're charging a few $100s to your bottom line. You know, my goal with these videos is to really educate consumers so they know what to look for when they're purchasing garments. Because
they charging us $300-400, bro, for a shirt that costs $5 to make, bro. Like, ridiculous, bro. You gotta really think about it, gang, bro. Like, $5 to make a AMIRI shirt, like that's some bullshit, gang. Like, we getting scammed, gang, bro. I don't even know what to say, bro. It's fucked up too. I got some AMIRI too. I ain't gonna lie, but it's like Shit, bro. I thought it was more shit that went into making it. I didn't know that it was just this, you know? Somebody told me to watch this video, so that's why I'm like, all right. And now it make me see differenter now. Now that I see that this shit all really just a pyramid scheme and we all really just getting scammed, gang, by these fashion designers. They won't get no more money out of me, gang. But hey, if you enjoyed this video though, leave a comment though, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, join the family, join the court.